And we welcome you back here to the Basketball on KFOX pregame report. I'm Justin Sweeney, joined alongside head coach Michael Meek as we prepare to hear your thoughts on this upcoming George Fox women's basketball 2011-2012 season. And first of all, Coach, congratulations on your inaugural season, and thanks for taking some time to talk with us today a little bit about your thoughts on the upcoming season. First of all, how was your summer?
Yeah, it was a great summer. I had some great time out recruiting, watching kids play, and, getting ready for years to come, but also had some really nice family time also.
Excellent to hear. Let's talk a little bit about your first season, which just concluded. You had an illustrious and decorated high school career, most of it taking place at Southridge. You finished off there strong, winning 5 high school titles in the last 6 years you were there. Last July of 2010, you accept your first college coaching position and inherit quite the collection and talent here at George Fox. How challenging was it for you, the transition period from high school to the college level?
I think that the transition was easy in the sense that we had amazing and just awesome kids to work with. Not only talented kids, but kids that were really accepting of new coaching staff and some changes that were going to be made. And just even the staff that I work with here, I couldn't have asked for a better situation. As a person and for our family, we couldn't feel better about the change.
What are some specific things your team accomplished last year that you saw which gave you great satisfaction?
I love the fact that when things were tough early because they were learning new things and we clearly couldn't focus on the effort, they just kept grinding through things and kept saying, hey, we're going to keep trying what we're trying to, these new things we're learning. And that, to me, really put us in a different position at the end.
How tough was it to get this team, with still so many players remaining from the Scott Rueck era, to buy into your system and trust your plan?
I think it was a character of the kids that he recruited is that, there's just a great class that really knew that buying in was the only way that they were going to give them the best chance to be most successful. And at the end of the day, there was a lot of things that were similar to what had been done before. It wasn't like we completely tried to reinvent things, and we tried to add some twists, but a lot of those twists and changes were a lot just based on different personnel and kids maturing from the year before, and then just having a lot of new personnel.
I think just about every George Fox fan will concur with me when asked about how exciting the tournament run was last year for this team. The end in the Elite Eight, however, was undoubtedly heartbreaking. How do you and the players get over that game? Are you completely over it, and do you believe in any sort of lingering hangover, perhaps?
I feel like, as a coaching staff, but, more importantly, too, just the players are so competitive that I feel like a game like that kind of leaves more of a fire in you and really kind of a competitive spirit about this season. And I really feel like there's no kind of leftover from that. I feel like it's more of just kind of a fire to say, you know what, we're going to be stronger, we're going to be tougher, we're going to gain from that. And, obviously that was a really tough defeat, but I see in no way that that's going to only but positively affect this season.
You're renowned for your long list of connections at the high school level, coupled with a sterling reputation of interacting with high school talent. Now at the college level, one of your responsibilities is now to recruit those top-level talents of high character. What do you make of your first incoming recruiting class so far?
I think it's, an outstanding class, and couldn't be more thrilled with the group that we've brought in. We've got 3 freshmen here that are just they fit the mold of being really high character kids first, and that is really the first and foremost what we're looking for. And then on top of it, they're outstanding basketball players that all in different ways are going to help contribute immediately. Some more on the court this year, and some will more as time goes on. But we really feel like we're 16 deep, and that each and every one contributes and helps to the success of the team.
This offseason, you also made a key addition to your coaching staff, introducing the one-time women's coach at Linfield, Casey Kushiyama. What made you decide to pursue Coach Kushiyama, and what will he bring to your coaching staff?
Well, having my prior job at Southridge, he was definitely a coach in the year that he was the active coach. He was just, super dedicated. You could tell he was out really recruiting hard and trying to get to know coaches and players. And I really enjoyed the positive spirit that he brought. And just his willingness to get better, and he has been already an outstanding addition to already what I feel like we had a great staff.
You've now had about 3 weeks to coach and practice this team. What about their overall makeup stands out to you so far?
So far, I just think that the competitive drive of this team has been, we've been able to get past the point now that it's like they're having to think about where to go and new plays and all those things, and it's really allowed the competitive spirit to come back out. We've been able, as a coaching staff, to really focus so much more on effort and hard work, and it just each and every practice, things are just so competitive that it's a really great situation. Each and every day we can see a lot of improvement happening.
Once again, you're listening to Basketball on KFOX. I'm Justin Sweeney, being joined by Bruins women's basketball head coach Michael Meek, gathering his thoughts on this upcoming 2011-2012 season. What is the identity of this team? What's the immediate theme people should think of when Michael Meek's 2012 Bruins come to mind?
I think defense wins championships, and I feel like we really put a lot of importance in that. I think clearly the depth that we have, but I just think the two things that really stand out to me is the effort that this team is going to play with and does play with and competes every day in practice, and then also the team spirit that they have. I mean, they very, very much want to do well as a team, and want to do well for the school, and it's just such a positive environment to be a part of.
About 16 months into your position here, you've won conference, you've been to the Elite Eight, and your system seems to be plugged in here now. Do you feel like you're close to establishing your vision for this program yet?
Yeah, like I've said before, I mean, it's the type of kids that we have to work with, and it's just a fun group to be around, and I definitely feel like we're moving forward. I feel very confident about where we're at. But like I've said before, I mean, I feel like our vision is more every day. It's just trying to get better and trying to be a better team. And, I think our vision is to really play to our potential. And I think each and every day there's a new potential to try to work towards. And that's what we continue to strive for.
Coach, a lot of great pieces you have in place right now on your roster. 2 preseason All-Americans, a whole bunch of talented sophomores and freshmen, and now you have a veteran senior presence to influence the team as well. What is the ceiling for this team?
Well, I think it's obvious that we have goals to win our league title. I think it's an obvious goal that we would have is to try to win the automatic berth, and by winning our league tournament, and then from there we're really just taking it step by step in that Final 64, Final 16, Final 4, and ultimately our goal and realistic goal is we want to compete for a national championship.
The schedule makers for your team this year have crafted a juicy start to your season as we see your number 3 Bruins slated to take on Corbin, who's ranked 16th in the nation at the NAIA Division II level. What are you most looking forward to on opening night when you take on the Corbin Warriors?
Well, I think Corbin is, they've really improved this last year. They had a really nice run. They ended up being co-champs of the Cascade Conference. They return, like us, a huge core of their talent back, and also have a really nice recruiting class to go along with them. So they're picked to win that league and ranked 16th. And I think what really puts them as the favorite to win the Cascade Conference is they just have so much good balance. They have great size, they have great shooters, they have great senior leadership, they have a all-league point guard play, they have very good inside play, they have good size. I mean, there's a reason why they're nationally ranked, and I think it's going to be a great first game test for both of us.
And as we wind down, you've been here a little bit over a year now, so maybe that gives you the opportunity for a little bit of evaluation. What's been the best part about the George Fox experience for you so far?
I just think the people that we're surrounded with, the staff here in the athletic department, administration at the school, the players that I have to work with are just awesome. And I think just an overall feel. I mean, we really try to not focus on winning or losing, and we obviously had a great win or a great run last year, and finished really strong. But again, we try to focus on playing to our potential and really the overall experience.
Coach, it's been a pleasure speaking with you here tonight. We really appreciate your time, and best of luck to you and the Bruins this year.
Justin, thank you very much. Yeah.